here, now. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the invisible world of Jeremy Jonz, where all things are possible when you believe. So hang on, here we go. Let's do this. Hello, this is Jeremy Jonz, and you have arrived at episode 34. Welcome, join me. Pull up a chair, sit down. But I want it now. Part 5, okay, part 5, wow, 5. Let's jump right into this. Interesting thought exercise. Search for things that you've never heard of. It's harder than it sounds, but I'll go first. Here's something I've never heard of. Something I've never been asked, nor ever heard it discussed. Okay, it is. How long did it take for Michael Jordan to win his first NBA championship? Why is that never talked about? I think it's because no one really cares. And why does no one care? Because, well, that's relative, The theory of relativity. I care about it. Let's learn more about it. Just like the guy who invented time, right? Who invented the clock, we call the hour. Right? Someone invented the hour. Someone decided there'd be 24 of them in a day. And who's the guy who said we're going to have to adjust our clocks twice a year? And when are we going to get rid of daylight savings? Some places they got rid of daylight savings, others no. Time. It's also relative. Think how you hit that golden nugget on a vacation when you say, oh, what day is it again? Wait, today Tuesday? Is it Wednesday? It feels like a Sunday. Right? Usually when we say that, we are at the peak of being most alive, connected, or enlightened. We are most alive when time stops. Remember, Jonz? We get to choose our anti-solar point, our viewing point. Our perspective is what shapes and shifts our world. So you be in charge of the dial, not your outer circumstances. Wow, we are sliding way off topic, so let's get back on topic. Remember, it's Michael Jordan, MJ, right? Why did it take so long to win the championship? Okay, he's pretty good at basketball. I've seen him play. Yes, he is a skilled basketball player, but he's a rare master, insane genius juggernaut at making and following a powerful mindset. The invisible world of Michael Jordan. I'd listen to that podcast, right? That's one of his potent superpowers, his powerful mindset. Basketball was the plane, and he was the pilot. He uses his mindset superpower over and over again because superpowers make you fly. He flies, right? He flies from the free throw line and beyond, on the court, off the court, in business. Did you know that he's been the majority owner of the Hornets pro basketball team? Yes, I know that you didn't even know there was a pro basketball team called the Charlotte Hornets. He bought them back in 2010 for $275 million. He just sold the team at a valuation of $3 billion. After 13 years, so now he has like a $3.5 billion net worth. Now he could buy the Chicago Bulls basketball team, right? Could you imagine that, Michael? But I want $3 billion now, Daddy. I want to buy the Bulls now. He was probably saying that in 2010, right? But that's not Jordan's game. That's not his mindset. He uses what he has. He does what he can with where he's at. In 2010, he was at $275 million, and so he went out. He didn't hide it. He didn't wait around for the Bulls. Instead, he used it. I know that might sound simple, but put yourself in Jordan's shoes, right? Oh, see what I did there? His Jordans, his shoes, right? Pick whatever pair you like, whatever Nike Air Jordan Air model, you know, put yourself in his shoes. Now, I bet he doesn't actually want to buy this terrible team that no one's heard of called the Hornets, right? Jordan is a champion. He was the most famous athlete at the time. He's the GOAT. And the Hornets, like, they are a bad team. Sure, it's a Michael Jordan level type of classy problem, but something I've learned is that a problem is a problem. A problem's a problem. And that's sort of like a bad wave, huh? The Hornets, they rarely even make the playoffs. Empty stadium. He wanted to buy the Bulls. Michael Jordan is a Chicago Bull. He put the Bulls on the map. The Chicago Bulls franchise is a top-tier franchise because of MJ23. But even Michael, even Jordan, with all his glory and riches, couldn't buy the Bulls in 2010. He probably felt like he brought so much value to the franchise, he should have been offered, gifted, inherited some ownership, at least the chance to buy them. But I want it now, Daddy. Of course you do, Sweet Pea. But Michael, you get the Charlotte Hornets. Woo! Wait, the who? Has that ever happened to you? Maybe it's just me. Did you ever get the Hornets? When you thought, obviously it's supposed to be the Bulls. I get the Bulls. That happened to me a few years ago. Oh man, but that's an episode for another day. So, anyway, stack this in your power zone today. I want you in your power zone today. Here's a micro diamond to scoop up and put in your pocket, right? It's not what you get, Jonz. It's what you do with what you already have. That's so good. I'm going to say it again. This time, write it in your journal, in your iPhone notes. Write it on a sticky note and put it on your computer screen. Jonz, it's not what you get. It's what you do with what you already have. You got it? You see it? Can you see it in your invisible world? Are you going to do something about it? Jonz, just forget the whole episode. If you can just get that dialed in, it's not what you get. It's what you do with what you already have. So focus on what you have. And then you gain what you lack. Because remember from the last episode, I dialed it up a few times. Remember, gain what? Gain, gains, gain. With all the billions of dollars Jordan made recently, selling the Hornets, right? Michael now has the money to go buy the Chicago Bulls. I wonder if that will happen. That'll be interesting. Future episode, we'll see. That would be such a great wave. Wouldn't that be such a cool, great, good wave? Well, maybe. Then again, maybe not, says our ever-wise, ever-present Taoist farmer who first visited us on episode 3. Worth a re-listen. I need to go back and listen to that. I love when the Taoist farmer comes to plow the field. I should invite him around more. Maybe. Then again, maybe not. Let's go a little deeper here with MJ, Michael Jordan. His airness. Yes, he's aight. You know, he's okay. I've seen better, right? If he's so great, then why does it take this guy 7 years to win his first championship? Did you know that? 7 years it took Michael to win a championship. That's almost a decade. So year 1, lots of expectations. Oh, hey, I think we're going to win a championship. We got this new guy from North Carolina, Michael Jordan. Year 2, he starts really turning heads. Like, this guy's pretty good. Ooh, shiny. This could be something. But I won a championship now, Michael. Let's win now. Thank you, Michael. Year 4, year 5, year 6. Finally, we're yawning now. After 7 years, he finally wins. Once. Question for you. Let's do the two-way podcast exercise. So fun. You tell me, does this mean that he is a failure? Is Michael Jordan a failure? Are the first 7 years of Michael Jordan's career failures? He didn't win. Didn't win the championship. Didn't get the objective. Didn't close the deal. So was it a failure that he got cut from the high school team? Michael goes on to play 15 total professional years, right? And he only wins championships on 6 of those years. That's 40%. That's worse than an F grade, right? He spent more years failing at getting a championship than winning a championship. And yet we agree he's the greatest of all time. Wow. Get out the rope, the wood slats. Make the bridge now. Let's make the connection. What are you failing at? Which one of your relationships just failed? Ooh, no, wait. Let's say you have multiple divorces, right? Or, well, here we go. How much money did you lose on that thing? On that context logic stock? That context logic stock, I lost 98% of my principal. What song are you singing? And someone changes the channel. All right, someone doesn't stream your music. You just closed your restaurant. What college just rejected your application, huh? Wait. Your business is still after 6 years, not where you thought it would be, huh? You're still just scraping by? You're not headed to the Bahamas next week, are you? And you have Peter and Paul over there in the back alley moving money around to cover the debts and keep the boat afloat, you know? Oh, 6 years, yeah. And you still haven't closed a deal, have you? Yeah. Go. Big whoop, you made the NBA, wow. But aren't you a little embarrassed that you thought you were actually good enough to win a championship, huh? Yeah, that's year 6. Remember on our Declaration of Independence series, all this business about July 5th, July 6th, July 7th, July 8th. They made their declarations public on July 4th. Bold ones. These are bold declarations. They're famous, right? Something like, Jeremy Jonz exists through our content and coaching curriculum to lift humanity to their individual divine potential and stack up miracles they can create through using their superpowers. Right, that is a bold declaration. But then what? Then it was every day, living, breathing, fighting, earning, believing, doubting, believing, sacrificing, calling, trying, spending, saving, earning, spending, calling, writing, late at night podcasts at 1 a.m. Who does that? All to defend what they knew was inside of them, to defend and uphold their most precious asset, their acres of diamonds in their invisible world. It's right there in your backyard. Just scoop it up. You've had it inside you the whole time. Question, and this one is just for me, but you can listen in on it, right? Do you defend what's inside of you? Do you defend and earn and share who you really are, what you were built to do? Your superpowers, your gifts. Jonz, do you? Do you July 5th it? Do you defend and uphold the invisible world of Jeremy Jonz? Or do you go hide sometimes when you get scared or nervous in the hollow of a tree? Do you go hide that talent? Take an audit. When you audit, the math will always show that lack gains lack, and gain gains gain. We are awarded not for our wants, not for the magnitude, the style, and the audacity of our wants. We are awarded for our actions. And our actions can only be operated off of what we have today, what you do right now. And that's why we say, start where you are. Do what you can. Use what you already have. And be who you are today. You have what it takes today. When we borrow against who we think we are in the future, we go into debt. We borrow against the capability and courage of who we are today. Right? Tell me I'm wrong. Right? Consider the lilies of the field. How they just bask in the sunlight of today. They're not dropping. There's no reason to drop and wither and waiting. Oh, man. Like, the sunlight today is just not enough. I'm waiting for tomorrow to bask in the sunlight, to be upright, to give everything I have, right? Can't wait for tomorrow, right? Because I saw the positivity forecast. Today is cloudy, tough, bit stormy, but tomorrow is going to be sunny. I'll wait for tomorrow to appreciate the sun. If it's cloudy, all right, let's say it's cloudy today, and we can't say that it's sunny because that would be lying to ourselves. If it's cloudy, we have to say that it's cloudy. We have to be in truth because that's what sets us free. We talk about that, and you got that. If it's cloudy, maybe it's because you're hot and you need a break. And it'd be nice to have some cloud cover every once in a while. And if it's rainy, it's because my soil needs some water today. And if it's super sunny, it's because I need a chlorophyll recharge. Right? And if it's windy, it's because my roots need to grow deeper and be tested and drive deeper in the soil. That's what encourages root growth. It's up to the flower, right, to decide, is the weather happening to me? Oh, or is the weather happening for me? Oh man, all this weather's happening for me. They can find any benefit in the weather. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, how they toil not, how they don't worry about tomorrow, how they're not waiting for tomorrow's forecast, how they engage and find the benefit in the weather today. Man, just think if I could be as bright as a flower. And for this little rebellious American colony that turned into a powerhouse called the United States, it wasn't until 7 years after, right? Remember, the Declaration of Independence was actually ratified, actually accepted by Britain in the Treaty of Paris in 1783. So now, a question for you. You're still there, right? You're with me. Two-way podcast. Question: were those first 7 years of the colony effort when they made the big declarations in the old 1776, right? Does it even matter that it took 7 years for Britain to finally concede? Huh? Interesting. Maybe it's all relative velocity. We don't hold the forefathers of America. We don't hold Michael Jordan hostage to time. We do what instead? Instead, we honor and we celebrate the superpowers. The Jumpman Jordan logo itself is worth billions of dollars. And it's worth it. Every last penny, because it's what? It's power. It's energy, which is, of course, invisible. Ooh, we're getting existential. So if you could pick a logo, a symbol for your superpowers, Jumpman is already taken. Okay, that's Jordan's, right? If you could put something on your baseball hat, on your shorts, on your shoes that you walk around in every day. Golden arches is taken, a cross is taken. What does your logo look like? What are your core beliefs? What do you stand for? I don't know. Maybe try that. Try your own logo. Maybe change some of your written goals to symbol goals. I don't know. Use the force, Luke. Let's stay in basketball, but rotate the board around. See, we must see more perspectives. Now, if I ask you, who was one of the best coaches of all time college basketball, I hope you would say that John Wooden would be up there, right? I mean, at one point while coaching the UCLA Bruins, he won 10 championships over a 12-year period. That is supreme domination. Especially because he's trading players in and out, right? Wooden started coaching UCLA basketball in 1948. And you might know this off the top of your head because I know you do your homework, right? But just humor me if you already do. But what year do you think that he won his first championship, okay? Started in 48. When did John Wooden, UCLA coach, when did he win his championship? Was it the next year in 1949? Just throw something out. Throw it out. It's free to guess on my show. You can guess. The first Wooden championship won was in 1963. That's so bad. That's so bad. That's 15 years after he got the job. 15 years. 15 years. That's Jordan's entire career. Wooden, he's this coach, and he's grinding. I'm out here grinding, man. I'm grinding, bro. For his first championship for 15 years. Maybe at year 14, you're telling me he's not like, I gotta do something else. This isn't working. This 14 years, maybe I'm fooling myself thinking I'm the gifted coach. He's so good, though, at focusing and playing ball in his invisible world, though. If you're in year 14, by the way, I believe year 15 is going to be your breakout year. It's going to be your championship year. Okay. All right. I know this episode got a little long, but come back to me. Come back to me. Tell me you're there. Think about what you are building. You can dream with me. Always safe. Always safe to dream with me. Come on. Maybe you want to get your body into world-class health, and you're 57 years old. Or you want to bank some serious coin, make big dollars, have so many real estate properties that you cash the checks between pina coladas and massages from an island hammock. Or you're getting your hustle on and you're growing a business to 100 million. And sometimes it feels so far away. And you want to solve the homeless problem in your city. Or you want to make good dental care a right instead of a privilege. Or maybe you want to buy that $7 million estate. The one with the rolling green acres and the river cutting through it and the forest and the trees there guarding your serenity. You want to pay off that credit card. You want to pay off that line of credit. You want to get that personal guarantee removed from your business. right? You want financial peace, or you want to double the size of your congregation, or you want all A's this semester and graduate with an international baccalaureate scholarship. You want the promotion. You want to finally take your company public, because it's going to be a Fortune 500 company, right? You see that. And the markets have been frozen for 21 months now, right? And you're waiting to go public and get some investors paid back. I see it. Okay. Right? Or what you want is to lift the trophy, the championship. Real quick, flip back to Jordan. Okay, Michael Jordan, play along with me. We're pretending that on year 6 of his career, Michael Jordan is like, I'm a charlatan. I'm a phony, a fake. He starts feeling brittle, cracking. He stops focusing on his invisible world, stops using his ultimate mindset superpower, and he starts playing the dangerous game of looking around at the outer world circumstances. Very dangerous, let me tell you. Looking around at the outer world circumstances to determine his destination instead of micro diamonds and superpowers that are inside of him. Starts wasting time and precious energy units by judging waves. Instead, good, bad. Instead of focusing on just being a great surfer and increasing his skill set. MJ, he says to himself, wake up, who do you think you are? Maybe you're not in reality. Maybe you're lying to yourself. Is that what you do? You have your positive, positivity goes into lies about yourself and you're lying about your reality? That's cool. You did make a great run. You did make the NBA. That's amazing in and of itself. And you did play six successful seasons. But bro, give it up. Just be happy and grateful for that. Look around at the facts. You've never won a championship in 6 years. Look at the outer world circumstances, okay? So maybe you don't have what it takes. Dream a little, right? But stop dreaming so big. Play it safe. Get back into reality. Look around at the outer visible world. Same with Wooden, right? You're telling me after 15 years, he's not like, maybe I'm not a great coach. Gosh, I hate myself for lying about my pretend greatness, about my gifts, about my superpowers. Stop doing the positive affirmations. Stop listening to the Jeremy Jonz podcast. Sheesh. Look at the scoreboard and quote, look at the facts. 0 championships, Michael. 0 championships. Wooden. I'll just downshift, coast, shrink, downplay, slow play, coast and settle into quiet desperation and the numbing buzz of mediocrity. No! No. I will never surrender. I will never surrender my big invisible house. I am the only owner, the only one who should have the key. Right? You remember. In 1519, Cortez, Mexico, the infamous burn your boats principle. You burn your boats and you never surrender who you truly are, your gifts. Episode 1. Follow the yellow brick road back to episode 1. You were made from a star. To be a star. And I don't mean a famous Hollywood star. I mean being alive and radiating and giving and burning from your deep core at 27 million degrees. This guy, Jack London, he says it better than me. I would rather be ashes than dust. I would rather that my spark should burn out in a brilliant blaze than it should be stifled by dry rot. I would rather be a superb meteor, every atom of me in magnificent glow, than a sleepy, permanent planet. The function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days trying to prolong them. I shall use my time. Commit today, Jonz, to never say again, "Oh, if only I had more time, more hours in the day. Once I get some extra time." The law of physics is unbreakable. You only get 24 of these hours. Not a penny more, not a penny less. You don't need more time, Jonz. You need to do more with your time. I heard recently from a new friend. He said, what was it? Time is infinite, but the value of your time is limitless. His dad was a really successful banker, and I told him that, and he passed it on to me, and I always keep that in my back pocket. So, you never surrender who you are. You keep evolving, changing, learning, growing, stay consistent. Look, Jordan had to get some different teammates. Wooden had to get some different players to get it done. The losing years can be seen as losing years and horrific, vomit-inducing failures and fear. Or, Jonz, you can see them as, these are my steps to success. It took 7 years, or can we just say it like this? It took 7 steps to get where he wanted to go. Didn't close that big client yet? That big contract? Didn't get that house of your dreams, but your friend sure did, huh? Yeah, they sure did. Oh, that's great. Yeah, good for them. Or you're paying interest every month instead of making interest. It's backwards. Just lost the special person in your life, or maybe you left them, or right, they left you. Jonz, this is not a problem. This is not a loss. This is not my setback. This is my setup. If you can't see the setup, and that's okay, because sometimes we don't, just keeping it 100 with you. If you can't see the setup just yet, then just breathe. Lean into it more, not away. And see it as a step to my setup. These are my steps to my success. The steps aren't annoying, or at least they don't have to be. Again, no one ever talks about how long it took Jordan. It doesn't matter. Relative velocity. The 7 years the American fought, right? The American colony, each year is a step to success. Each year the Declaration of Independence is hanging by a thread. Yeah. Were they too audacious to dream it, to hope it, to believe it? It was not ratified and accepted in the outer world for almost a decade. Jonz, I don't care how long it's taking you, okay? Gain, gains, gain. Focus on where you want to go. What matters to me is consistently believing and then doing action consistently. Consistently, right? Small atomic habit principles, right? Good book, right? Good principles, right? What about Bob? Right? Bill Murray? I'm doing the work. I'm not a slacker, right? I'm doing the baby steps. One step at a time. Jordan is Jordan. One superpower mindset flex, followed by one basketball shot, then another empowering thought, then another basketball shot. Not just thought, okay? He's not just thought. It's thought, shot, thought, action, thought, shot, action. Right? Said differently. Let's say it differently. Attitude, action. Attitude, action. Attitude, action. It can't be all thought, and it can't just be all action, action, action. This is kind of a long quote, but I think it's a great way to wrap up where we're at. And I'm going to read it here because it's important. So you have a quote coming on, so focus, take a breath, right? Receive this. This is from Deepak Chopra. Make a commitment to follow the path of non-resistance. This is the path through which nature's intelligence unfolds spontaneously, without friction or effort. When you have the exquisite combination of acceptance, responsibility, and defenselessness, you will experience life flowing with effortless ease. When you remain open to all points of view, not rigidly attached to only one, your dreams and desires will flow with nature's desires. Then you can release your intentions without attachment and just wait for the appropriate season for your desires to blossom into reality. You can be sure that when the season is right, your desires will manifest. This is the law of least effort. I will practice acceptance. Today I will accept people, situations, circumstances, and events as they occur. I know that this moment is as it should be because the whole universe is as it should be. I will not struggle against the whole universe by struggling against this moment. My acceptance is total and complete. I accept things as they are this moment, not as I wish they were. Whoa, Jonz. If you can do that, existence, it will be transmuted, sublimated, alchemized into contentment. Try so hard every day to get there. It might take more than one day. It might take 7 years, actually. But I'm down. I'm in. How exactly do I do that? Well, I thought you might ask. The entire next episode is dedicated to answering this question. So, just keep the tape rolling here and listen to the next episode. And we'll keep building this giant brick wall with one well-placed brick at a time. Tap, tap, tap. Nudge, nudge, nudge. One well-placed brick and then another. And pretty soon, it's a wall. Before long, watch out. It could be a Great Wall of China or a Great Wall of your invisible world. Next air quote, quote, failure, right? This year, next year, right? When you don't get a ratification from Britain. And by the way, it's not waiting for ratification. They were fighting to take it away from the colonies, right? There was a lot of pull and struggle. They weren't just waiting around for ratification, right? Or maybe you don't win the UCLA championship. You think you are Michael freaking Jordan, right? And it's year 6 and no championship. When that happens, please believe I am not failing, and this is not a setback. This is a step to my success. Just change your anti-solar viewing point. Remember the power of the theory of relativity. See the success from the end, looking back as if it's already happened. Let it flow. Let it happen lavishly, courageously, faithfully, and most importantly, consistently in your invisible world. So, take your notepad back out. Question. Let's take that. What is the fastest way to get what you want? You simply want whatever you have. Of course you don't have everything you want right now, but you're still okay, right? I can't claim to do it regularly, but more and more I'm flirting around with the notion that the yogi mantra that everything is as it should be right now. Well, wait, should is a tricky word. What if we just said something like a higher truth? What if we said Instead of saying everything is as it should be, what if we said, right now, everything is as it is? These are steps to success. The year 6 championship loss and failure was actually just the 6th step in the staircase to the year 7 championship. Remember that old measly Hornets basketball team Jordan bought? Yeah. Funny, it ended up being a $3 billion step to success. Make the steps. See the success that you are making. Stop wasting any of your 24 allotted hours by judging and measuring all the different incoming waves. Just observe and surf. Become a master surfer by using your special superpowers because you were born to fly, because you were built to be you. Share it with us. The world needs who you were meant to be, so please be it.